Hey everyone, it's Mike from Drive80.com, and today, I'm going to show you how to just do a simple logo animation because I do these for a living. This is a part of the products that I do, besides explainer videos and Instagram custom stickers. But I get hired to do logo animations, and today I'm going to show you just how you can do a basic one for yourself if you don't want to hire someone like me. So a couple things here. There's really just the main things in After Effects, if I were to just kind of open this up a bit here, is that you've got these transform options, right? So you got your anchor point, which you can move around. You got position, scale, rotation, and opacity. And what you want to do is like kind of have whatever the motion you're going to do describe the feeling that you want someone to get. So for me, my animation company, I want to come across as fun because what we do is fun, and but like fun, but not too childlike fun where there's like a serious tone to it. So if I see something like this, I could of course, what I'm going to do is going to be a bit more advanced. But if you don't have that advanced skill like I do, a couple things you could do. Like one, you could maybe just have these come in through transparency, right? So if I highlight them all and hit Option T, and I zoom in by hitting the plus key, you can see here now that I'm about, so this is 1 second, and the more I go in, here's 10 frames. So I'll go about like 10 frames out, and I'll do Command T again. Now it's going to put all the keyframes here for all of them because all of them are highlighted. Now if I hit I, it'll take me back to the beginning of this layer, or this layer. And I just take 100, make it 0. That'll do that for all of the layers below it. And if I close this off with N, close the workspace, and do Control 0, you'll see it's just going to kind of fade in. Now, if I want to have that extend out a little bit, I can grab all the keyframes, move it out a little bit more, and do it again. So you have a slow fade, which is like kind of boring. However, if I were to take all of these, so I have them stacked where Drive80.com is going up. I always like to have my first layer I'm going to animate kind of go up so it's like a staircase. So if I want to have the D come in first and then end with the M, all I can do is if I take all these, and I think I'm going to try this out. So if I do, where we go here? Where are you? Keyframe assist. Okay, sequence layers. Now, overlap, and if I just push them out about, like, let's say 5 frames, so 05, what it's going to do is exactly what I don't want it to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is stack these. If I just select them all, so I have the background locked. So if I select them all, hit Command and click here, select D, it's going to deselect. So that I can move it over, do that again, move it over. And all I'm doing is holding down Command and using my, well, I use my trackpad, but you could use a mouse or whatever. And you click on the layer that you want to deselect, and you get to do this. Granted, this is going to just take a little bit of time. There we go. There's faster ways to do this, and I have tools that can help me do this faster, but for you, you might not have that. So if I now apply it, you're going to see that it's going to kind of fade in like that, which definitely is a little bit cooler than just having it all in at once. So you could do a simple fade like this, and if you want to, if you select all of these keyframes and click here the graph editor, click that, you'll see that you'll be able to have a little bit more fun with it. So if I select all of them, and right here, I just clicked Easy Ease, what it's going to do, if I were to space it out now, it's going to speed it up fast and it's going to slow it down to a stop, right? So if I play it, it's a little bit more flow. It's like a little more fluid. Like I like to have a little bit more life in my animations. The graph editor is a perfect way to do that. So there's that one way. So just have it fade in. Now, if I were to go back to the beginning, do Command A, and I hit my left bracket, it'll push them all together to the same spot, right? So if I had them all selected and I move it up to here and hit left bracket, it's going to take every layer selected and it's going to left align it to there. So I'm going to do it in the beginning. I'm going to go through here. I'm going to come out to here. I'm going to grab all these keyframes and delete them. Now I don't want to do that in the beginning because if I do it in the beginning, it's going to keep it at 0, and then now everything's invisible. which is an easy fix. If I just grab them all and just hit 100, it'll bring them all back. So that's how you do that. Now, if I want to have the position, maybe they all just kind of come in from different angles. So if I grab them all, do Option P, and then I go out 15 frames, do Option P again. Go back to the beginning here. Now I can have them all just kind of drag them off. Oops. Drag them off in different directions. Now, this is like, granted, what you're going to probably want to do is utilize right here the X and Y value. So if I hold down Shift and move it, it's going to be a lot better. Let's see. Oh, and that dot's there. Let me keep that there. There's the V, and I'm going to have that go up. The E is going to go down, and maybe like these all come from the right side. There we go. And then I'm going to take this dot. Where are you at, dot? And I'm going to not mess with this position. I'm going to have it scale. So I'm just going to take this frame and move it out a little bit. So right now, everything just kind of comes together. So it's like, again, you have to finesse this thing to have it tell a story and make it interesting. So what I would probably do is have these things come in at different times. So again, I just the graph tool. I'm just going to do F9. And I'm going to kind of space them out a little bit. Now, I'm not going to do that click and drag thing. I'm actually going to use this tool here. It's the Motion Tool 2.0. This thing is amazing. I downloaded this for free somewhere on the internet. And this part right here is pretty cool. So if I can either stack it where the bottom goes up and it's going to go, it's going to do like a staircase, or I can have it randomly go and it's going to offset it by how many ever frames, right? So I'm going to do, I usually like 5. Now if I do sequence, you can see that what it did is that it sequenced the keyframes. So there's that way to do it. I'm going to undo that actually. I don't want the keyframes to do that. I want it to be the layers. So do Shift Command A to deselect all of these. And then I clicked on the top one and I held down Shift and I scrolled down to the bottom one as I'm holding Shift and clicked on that. So what it did is it selected all of these layers. So now I'm going to sequence that again. And you're going to see that it's all randomly coming in. Now if I play it, like that's a little bit more interesting. Like that's not bad. So like, but the .com though, like I don't want that to happen with everything else because I don't want to beat anything else. So I'm going to have that pushed out a little bit. So there we go. Drivey.com, maybe push that in a little bit more. There we go. And then right when the .com comes in, I'm going to take that layer that is the dot and going to Option S, go out a little bit. Actually, what I usually do is do like Shift Command right arrow. So that's going to push it out about like 10 frames. Shift Option S, do it again, Option F. So go to the beginning. I'm going to make this 0. And if I hit K, it's going to go to this frame. I hit J, it's going to go to the previous keyframe. Here, I'm going to have it pop up just a little bit more, and then there, and I'm going to F9 these. So then I'm going to play it. Boop. There we go. So then that's going to, so it's like kind of that little what's the word? Extension? Accent? That's it. Little accent there. It comes in, boom. That's cool. I could also like have that start off where it's going to kind of jump up and down. So if I do position, and then if I go up to here and go all the way up, and then I go back, I just copy the initial position and paste it, and do let's see, it might like pop up. But that's cool. I like that. I think I actually did use that in my animation. So like the one that I did, let me see, logo animation. So this is like the actual one that I came up. Oh, I forgot that I had a sound there. Let me turn that off. There we go. So we kind of like, they all pop in. So they're like all staying in place and it's just kind of falling, like the D's falling down, but also has a mask. So you could see that it's going to draw up and then the R's bounce and the I jumps in and then like the .com comes in. But again, this one, just doing a little simple thing, just have the position come in. I'll do like one more thing. So if I grab them all, go left, and then I hit U to see where all the keyframes are, go out to here, I'm going to select them all and delete them. So it's going to reset everything. So one more thing I could do is I could just do Option S, do Shift Command right arrow S again, Shift Command right arrow S again, go to the first one, make this 0, so all of them turn to 0. Hit K, go to the middle here, bring them up a little bit, and then the final one. And then if I F9 it, they're all just going to kind of pop in. Now, I think, yeah, they all should be coming in from the bottom. And also, again, I want to have the .com. Where are these guys at? Yeah, .com. I'm going to move this out. So drive80.com. So that's like it. So like that's a real simple thing you could do. So just play with scale, play with position, play with transparency. And those are just real simple ways. And I would keep it, like I try to animate it in within like 2 to 3 seconds. You don't want to have it too long because you're going to keep people from getting to where they want to be, which is just watching your video. And I suggest that you either put this at the beginning of your video and make it super short, or do it at the end, and it just gives it this nice professional touch, which you'll see like I do in my videos. Like I'll do my animated logo at the end. So yeah, so here's everything just scaling in. So the E is coming in all weird, I think. That's why, because the anchor point's there. So if I hit Y and hit Command and bring that down, there we go. Let's see. Way better. And again, I can just select all these, sequence. And again, go find this Motion Tools thing if you're really getting into After Effects. It is super kick-ass. Let me bring this over here. Here we go. Yeah, so there you go. All right, that is the. Where are you going? Stop playing. So that's like a simple way to just do simple logo animations if you're just starting off. Hopefully it's not too complex. I kind of threw a lot of the stuff in there. So there's like, I think if you're super beginner, this might have been a bit too fast, which I apologize. But if you've been playing with After Effects for a little bit, then this hopefully might have been a little bit easier to follow. So if you have any questions, you can hit me up. My email is mike@drive80.com. Ew, that green is gross. There we go. Mike@drive80.com. Yep, so there you go. And hit me up with questions, or if you have any ideas for tutorials that you want to see, just comment below. Again, I guess as everyone says, like ring the bell on the bottom corner to get notifications, and also like the video because that helps me eventually make money off of this, which is pretty much any of us want. All right, goodbye.